Peace and blessings, everyone. Peace and blessings to the universe. All praises go to the Most High. Ashe, ashe, ashe. I am Queen. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Also, hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified every time I post a video. I just woke up, so don't mind how scratchy my voice is, okay? I was sitting here to put this message out, so I gotta put this message out. I don't know who this is gonna resonate with, but I gotta put this message out to you. It's like some people need others to comfort them, okay? Sometimes you gotta pat your own self on the back. Sometimes you gotta encourage your own self. Don't always look for someone else to comfort you, because that's what makes you strong, when you have to be there to comfort your own self. And you have people looking down on people, but are they able to be alone? Are they able to comfort their own self? Okay? That's the first question you have to ask yourself. Remember, everybody can't be you. Remember, everybody is not you. You were designed for that purpose. Okay? That's your destiny. So how can they steal your destiny? They can do the same things that you're doing or try to do the same things that you're doing. It does not mean that it's going to end up the same way for them. It's not going to turn out to be their destiny because it's yours. Y'all can literally be doing the same thing. And that's just like both of you buy a scratch off and one person win. They like hit $1,000,000 or something and you don't get nothing. Or you might get $1 or $2. That's because it was their destiny. It's not yours. Or you may have someone trying to be, someone, you might be trying to be social media famous, okay? You might be trying to be a content creator, who knows? And you're on there giving things your all. And then you have someone just go on there and, they post one video and blow up. It goes viral. It's because that's their destiny. It's not meant for you. It's meant for them. And sometimes it may hurt what's not meant for us because it's meant for someone else. But best believe you have a destiny too. You need to start finding out what's your definition. You need to start finding out what your destiny is and stop trying to live someone else's destiny. That's first things first. I am a person. I can sit and create. My mind is always going. It doesn't stop. And then on top of that, I have anxiety. I have severe anxiety. So my mind does not stop. It's always going. I love to create. When I'm just sitting there, like the situation that I've been going through for these past few years, it's been something, okay? It's been something. And I've been trying to figure out how to work this frequency, okay? I've been trying to work the universe how it's supposed to be worked. That's how I feel. And I've been having to be in my peace. And in my peace, I've learned a lot, okay? I've learned a lot being in my peace. I have been able to write while I'm laying and I create, It's all about creating. People really be swagger jacking your ideas, And they don't care either. They'll take all the credit for it if they could. You always have to stay 10 toes down, okay? That's that. Being a chosen one, being a starseed, being, God's chosen ones, God's people, being in this universe. We got to stay 10 toes down. And when you fall, you got to be able to get back up. You got a lot of people, when they fall, they can't get back up. They don't know how to. You got a lot of people that they're going through things and they're stuck in the program. They're NPCs and they don't know how to think outside the box. They don't know how to move. They only know the program. Clock in, clock out, do the same thing every day. They only know the program, right? So when you find people in your hard situations, when you find them going through the hard situations that you already been through, I bet you're looking at them and you're like, I knew you couldn't do what I did. Because it gets hard. God didn't ever say he was going to make it easy. It gets hard. But you're not always going to have someone patting you on the back. That's what I'm saying. You're not always going to have someone patting you on the back. But do what you're designed to do. You're on a mission. Stay on your mission. Stay focused. You signed that contract. So live up to it. Do what you have to do. You might not remember signing that contract, but you signed that contract. You wanted to come to earth. You wanted to be a spiritual being living a human experience. And I feel like we spend our life trying to figure out our purpose, but the purpose is clear. It's right there in front of you. God just does. Everything is already planned, but we stay planning. And I know you realize when you plan something, it don't always go perfect as you planned. It's because we're not supposed to be planning. You can write a script and you see how they have to do that script over and over till they get it right. That's how life goes. You're going to be going through the same loop, same simulation till you get it right. So know your purpose. As divine beings, we have the ability to be alone. We have the ability, like I said, to create. We have the ability to think outside the box. And our minds don't stop going. I don't care what situation we're in. When I was homeless, y'all, when me and my family went through that situation, because, yes, I was homeless. And I didn't ever think that me and my family was going to go homeless. We thought the situation we were going through was going to be like a blink of an eye. And we were going to, fall and get back up like we did every time. So this situation was different. And after having a prophecy told to us, we had understood the assignment. We knew exactly what was going on. It took us a while to even tell our children, but because both of us, me and my husband both, we were born like we had silver spoons in our mouth. We was spoiled. We was given everything, but people think just because you be like you're spoiled and you're given everything, they forget about that unconditional love. That unconditional love is more important. That attention is more important than that money or how you can spoil your child. So we was in the worldly world. You're born into sin. You already know this. We was in the worldly world and we did worldly things. Every saint done been a sinner. Don't ever forget that, because that's how you become a saint, from being a sinner. You can't give correction to something that doesn't need correction. If it's already corrected, how can you give it correction? So the reason for me telling you about that is because when we were homeless years ago, me and my family, when we were homeless years ago, and just what we went through, it was traumatizing. It's something that won't ever leave our mind and always keep us motivated. No matter what we're going through, it will always keep us motivated. And mm, So while we were homeless, we met the most intelligent people. I know a lot of you think less of homeless people, and I'm not gonna lie, okay? I would be lying if I said that I didn't ever have negative thoughts, before I went through that situation. I hadn't ever been homeless. I had always had a roof over my head. I had always had money somehow because we kept jobs before. But when you go through circumstances and situations in life that you can't control, like who's going to do something about it? You just got to trust the process because God just does. Okay, so I met the most intelligent people. I met people with the most amazing stories. I met people that had so much money once in their lifetime. And I'm like, dang, how you get homeless? And their stories were incredible. And I'm going to tell you something what we all had in common. We chose. We chose not to play the game. We chose not to be NPCs. We didn't want to be control players. We wanted to be free spirits ourselves. We let go of all those burdens. You have some people who are afraid to let other people go because they feel like they might need them. I don't need nothing but the Most High. That's how I feel. And everything else that I need, God is going to supply it to me. He's going to provide it to me. I know y'all remember when the Hebrews was out in the wilderness. Even after them seeing the water part being parted and God taking them up out of Egypt, up out of slavery, they said, God, how we gonna eat? God, you took us away for us to die. Like they were having all kind of thoughts, having carnal minded thoughts. They weren't thinking like God. But God, He still supplied them with food. I remember the quails freezing because the desert is cold at night. The quails froze, and when they woke up, they had something to eat. They had those quails to eat. They were able to cook those quails. I can't tell you how they cooked it, but yes, they was able to cook and eat those quails that had frozen. So God, He works miraculously. Like you can't explain everything that God does because He just does. And when, like, just saying, though, these people had incredible minds, y'all. They did. And it's not the people that you see just up high and mighty. You think they just made perfect. No. God's chosen ones. We are the ones that's misunderstood. We are the ones that people are trying to figure out because we're mysterious to them. We are the ones that you're talking to and you don't even get what we're saying because we too tapped in for you. We too conscious. We are the ones, the chosen ones, okay? So your destiny, it will be fulfilled. I feel like everything that God does, He does it for a reason. And I couldn't get mad at God because of what I was going through. I try to understand. I try to understand the Most High. I try to understand source, excuse me. I try to understand source so that I can, move forward and stay sane, and stay conscious. We're supposed to think like God. We're supposed to think like God. Even the deities, they know. that we supposed to think about God. And when I say deities, I'm talking about the divine beings that the Most High made, whether they're um, malevolent or benevolent, like good or bad, like it's all about duality, okay? But comfort yourself, pat your own self on the back, and don't doubt yourself. Stay looking forward. Stay moving forward. Move in silence, chosen one. Move in silence. Because, like he said, they not like us. Nobody's like you. That's real. And that's why I love that song so much, I'm going to say. Because, no, they not like us. You better take your eyes off of color, because all skin folk ain't kinfolk. You better set your eyes on the Most High so all things in the universe can fall into place, because I believe a lot of us are worried about the wrong things. And to stay on track, you got to stay focused on source so your mind can stay elevated and move in the right direction. You can block out all those blockages that keep coming. You can block out all those negative messages that you're trying to send yourself, because we are our own enemy, okay? The devil is in everybody. What you call the devil is a deceiver spirit. It's negative energy, and it comes in and out of us, everyone. It's just how you gonna work it. How are you gonna do? Like, are you gonna let the enemy use you? Are you gonna use yourself? Are you just gonna give yourself? Because that's like giving yourself to the devil, giving yourself to that demonic entity. You just surrendering to the demonic entity. No, don't do that. But yeah, follow your own destiny. Trust the process. You trust the process. You sticking to the plan. Okay, and that's just what it is. I remember looking back, feeling like, and I'm gonna tell you, the situation we went through is just something you don't ever forget, because I felt neglected by my family. I felt neglected by everyone. They thought that I was the devil because I was coming to them with the truth. I was talking about God, trying to politic about the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Trying to talk about the Most High. And they only called me bad. They only looked at everything as bad instead of looking at it like, oh, she's saved. God is doing something in her. And when I told them I was a priestess, oh my gosh. I really feel like people can be so judgmental sometimes. It doesn't matter what religion or spirituality. You know what I'm saying? And religion is chosen and spirituality chooses you. That's the difference. But people are going to be people. I don't care what religion or spirituality you are in. Anyone can be judgmental. But it's just that some have more discernment than others, okay? So, that being said, because the Holy Spirit keeps saying destiny, destiny, your destiny. You keep wondering what your destiny is. Let me tell you something. You're not going to find out what your destiny is until you reach that destination, okay? You see how it says destination. Where's our spells? Destination. When you reach that destination, that's how you know that you done reached your destiny, okay? That's how you know that you there. You done touched down. And when you touch down, you rise, okay? In your destiny. So, whoever this resonates with, I pray that you get the message that you're looking for. I am Queen Ashe. Do not forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. It's one love. Mwah. You have a great day or night wherever you are. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe.